Hi, I'm Swaruppa Sail, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering 2. In this presentation, we will begin with introduction for stability of slopes and types of slopes. The contents to be covered under stability of slopes are the different factors of safety, types of slope failures, and their analysis by different methods. Now we'll find out what do we mean by slope. An exposed ground surface that stands at an angle beta with the horizontal is called slope. So here in this figure we can see a horizontal line which represents the horizontal surface, and the ground surface is at an angle beta. So the exposed ground surface which stands at an angle beta with the horizontal is referred to as slope. Slopes are required in construction of highway and railway embankments, which we can see here in this figure. This is nothing but the slope which is being provided for maybe highway or railway. Second is for earth dams. Even for earth dams, the slopes are provided. Next is for levees. That means the artificially constructed fill or wall that regulates water level in the river, and it is usually of soil and it runs parallel to the course of a river. And even the slopes are provided for canals. There are two types of slopes, which are infinite slopes and finite slopes. Infinite slopes have dimensions that extend over great distances and the soil mass is inclined to the horizontal. Infinite slopes have dimensions that extend over the great distances, that is, to a very large in extent, and the soil mass is inclined to the horizontal. Example for infinite slope is natural slope. So here we can see the slip plane, and on top there is surface of slope and the distance is z. The properties of soil will be same at identical depths, so that the slip surface will be a plane which is parallel to the surface of the slope. Next is finite slope. It is the one with a base and top surface. The height is limited, so that it is limited in extent. Example for finite slope is man-made slope, which can be inclined face of earth dams, embankments for highways and railways, etc. The properties of soil will not be the same at identical depths, and the slip surface will be curved for finite slopes. Slopes are less expensive as they are made of soil, and they are less expensive compared to that of walls. Failure of natural slopes, for example landslides and man-made slopes, has resulted in much death and destruction. So, civil engineers are expected to check the safety of natural and slopes of excavation. Slope stability analysis consists of determining and comparing the shear stress developed along the potential rupture surface with the shear strength of the soil. Attention has to be paid to geology, surface drainage, groundwater, and the shear strength of soils in assessing slope stability. Now we will find out how to carry out the stability analysis of infinite slope. Now we will consider the case for dry cohesionless soil, wherein the value of cohesion, that is C, is equal to 0. That may be sand. Now we will consider a potential failure zone of a slope in a dry cohesionless soil, that is dry sand. In that, let us consider a slice which is of width d and height h. And let the length, which is perpendicular to this figure, that is length b of unity. So we consider the slice of unit length. Now the weight W can be calculated using formula unit weight into volume, because we know that unit weight is weight divided by volume. So weight will be unit weight into volume. Unit weight is denoted by gamma into volume is area of the slice into length. Area of the slice is breadth into height, so it is b into h, and length is unity, that is 1. And here gamma is referred to as effective unit weight of the dry soil. Let the angle made by slope be beta. Now we will find out what is the normal component of W and what is the tangential component of W. So to find N and T, we will consider right angled triangle. Here, angle made by the slope surface with respect to horizontal is beta. So, even the angle made by T, that is tangential force, with respect to horizontal will be beta. So that is what is shown here. The angle made by tangential force T with respect to horizontal is beta. So if this angle is beta, the angle between W and T will be 90 degree minus beta. And the angle between T and N is 90 degree. So the angle between W and N will be 180 degree, that is the sum of all the three angles for a right angle triangle. 180 degree minus sum of these two angles, that is 90 minus beta plus 90. So we get angle between W and N as beta. So if this angle is beta, we can write cos beta as N divided by W, that is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So we can write N equal to W cos beta. Similarly, for the same triangle, sin beta will be opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So sin beta will be T divided by W. We need to find what is T. So T will be equal to W sin beta. So now from this triangle we got normal component of W, that is N equal to W cos beta, and tangential force component of W, that is T, which is equal to W sin beta. Shear strength along the failure plane is given by the formula S equal to N tan phi. And factor of safety is the ratio of available shear strength to the strength required to maintain stability. So we can write Fs as a ratio of S, that is shear strength along the failure plane, divided by T. S is N tan phi and T is W sin beta, which we got from the previous slide. And we have N is equal to W cos beta, that is the normal component of W. So we will substitute the value of N in the equation. So N is equal to W cos beta into tan phi as it is, divided by W sin beta. So here W and W will get cancelled out. So we will get tan phi divided by tan beta, because sin beta divided by cos beta will be tan beta. Hence factor of safety is equal to tan phi divided by tan beta. For an infinite slope analysis, the factor of safety is independent of slope depth h, and it depends only on the angle of internal friction, that is phi, and the angle of slope, that is beta. So factor of safety is dependent on the values of phi, that is angle of internal friction, and beta, that is the angle of the slope. The slope is said to have reached limit equilibrium when Fs becomes equal to 1. Also at Fs equal to 1, the maximum slope angle will be limited to the angle of internal friction phi. Thank you.